I didn't even touch it. Okay, anyways, I don't know how that started, but because I didn't even touch it. But anyways, hi, welcome back to my video. It is Friday, and you know what that means. The weekend is coming. So, well, I was thinking of doing a get ready with me story time, but then I was like, I wasn't really in the mood because my stories are really long and I just don't want to like bore anybody to death, okay? So, instead of that, we're just going to talk about, because summer is right around the corner, like about 8 weeks, 8 more weeks, yeah. So let's talk about, just kidding. Let's talk about what is everybody's plan for summer. Because summer, come on now, summer is around the corner, and I keep repeating myself. I don't know why I keep repeating myself, but I just do. And, we're gonna try this new one here. That's in the way. We're gonna try this new one. It's, I had it backwards. Can you see it? I'm gonna have to do that what they do. Can you see it? Can you see it? Or can you see it? I don't know. Okay, there you go. There you go, the highlighter. We're gonna try that one if the other one doesn't work. Because usually the other one doesn't work. It's already like gone. So we're gonna try that one. And let's see, is there anything else up in here I might want to use? Probably not. Okay. We're going to put some primer on, because usually I don't use primer at all because it makes my skin melt. So we're just gonna do that. I mean, I don't think we're doing anything later because it's a Friday. Or am I gonna go out? I don't think so because I don't have friends to go out with. I'll just say that. So we're gonna spend our time doing makeup and just talk about what are we gonna do for summer. It sounds lame, but if you want to hear it, then don't watch the video. So, anyway, so I probably have no idea yet what I want to do, because one side of me wants to go out somewhere, like out of the United States of America. Should I say America? And another side of me wants to go. I mean, not wants to go, but actually wants to go to Disneyland. I want to go to Disneyland so bad, because I've only been there like one time before. And damn it. If I'm not looking literally at it, I'm just looking at the video myself, because I'm checking if I'm doing it right, if I'm like getting it on there correctly. But anyways, yeah. So I want to go out of the country, or like go to Disneyland. I mean, my mom wants to go for summer, during summer. She wants to go to Mexicali in Mexico. But it's like, I don't know, like, are we gonna go? It's like, how the hell are we gonna go? We don't have no one to take us. So like, are we gonna go in a bus or in a plane? Like, you know? Like, how are we gonna go? Or are we gonna go on a ride with somebody? Like, where are we going? Like, how? You know? And I just like, I don't think my mom's thought of that. I don't think my mom knows or thought of that in before of how we're gonna go. She wants to go, but she wants to go. So I'm just like, okay, but how are we gonna go? You know? And like, I do want to go because I mean, I haven't seen I want to go visit my thing just freaking popped out. Oh my god. How'd that happen? Did it break? Let's try this thing out one more time. I was about to say, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. But anyways, yeah, like I said, my mom wants to go to Mexicali, but I don't think she's thought of exactly how we're gonna get there. Like, girl, do you know how are we trying to get there? Like, do you know how we're going to, or you just want to go because you just want to go? And so I don't think my mom has thought of how we're gonna get there, or like how she's gonna try to get it or whatever. Like, I don't know. But anyway, it'd be nice to go there because my grandpa had passed away last year, before my dad, and yes, my dad had passed away 5 months ago. But I don't want to talk about that because that's very still emotional for me. It's still fresh and recent. So I don't want to talk about it now because I'm going to get emotional. I already had before actually recording, I did have a breakdown, like a meltdown. Like I was just crying, like, and like I was just having a bad moment. And but yeah, that's going to be another story for another day when I'm ready to talk about it in details and everything. But yeah, so besides, yeah, I'm talking about my grandpa. So yeah, my grandpa had passed last year and all that, but his house, oh my god, it's so cool. It's big. It's a 1-story. It has a pool in the back. There's like a lot of big area and everything. Mostly my my cousins and my uncles and my aunts live over there. So yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. It's nice. But I want to go actually visit my aunt because I know my aunt hasn't been really good, and so I want to go visit her, see how she's doing, because I've been hearing that, she hasn't been doing well with her health and not taking care of herself either, and I'm like we have to really take care of ourselves. Like, this is going back to what I said a couple of days ago in my other video. Like, it's important to take care of yourself, because you don't want to make a mistake of like not caring about your health and thinking that nobody cares about you when it's not that true. I've been through that, and it's important to take care of your health, so that's why I'm very concerned right now for my aunt. I'll like send her videos, or like I'll try to talk to her and stuff, because it's overwhelming. She spent a lot of years taking care of my grandparents and stuff, and so yeah, I'd be concerned for her a lot, and my uncles. But yeah, so hopefully, if we do go, that'd be nice to go over there, But I really, really want to go to who else? Excuse me. Okay, I really do want to go to Disneyland. I really do. I want to go there so bad. And I don't know. I think that's all I want to do. But we'll see. We'll see what actually happens. We don't know yet for sure. Excuse me. I still have a cough. It's still looking horrible and really bad, but that's okay. I'm just glad it's the weekend anyways, but whatever. But yeah, that's the places where I want to go. If not, if I decide not wanting to go to go out and stuff, I'll just stay home. Nothing wrong with being in the house by yourself, because I've done it plenty of times. I really have done plenty of times, and it's nice. It's like just having the house to yourself feels so good. Like, ain't no one there bothering you, It's just you in the house. It's really nice, So some people don't like being in the house by themselves, and I get it, because if you have like a haunted house and shit, then yeah, I'd be concerned too. I mean, shit happens around in our house. Like, okay, I got a story. I don't know about you, but I got a ton of stories of ghost stories and haunted stories. Because, okay, so now I have a reason why to talk now. Okay, so my house, I wouldn't even say it's haunted, like demonic haunted, or like, you know, bad entity, haunted. But we do have things that happen, you know, here and there, you know. And but I would say one time it was not the house itself. I'm not sure exactly the house itself, but I don't know. It's just sometimes I felt like a bad energy at some point in times, like growing up. And okay, so we're gonna use this one. Like one day, and this started. It was during Halloween, the day Halloween. I don't know. I don't remember exactly like what year or anything like that. I just remember it was on a Halloween day. Where did I go? Why did I put it away? I just remember it was on a Halloween day. And I was a pirate. And I forgot what my sisters were. But I think my sister was a witch. And then my other sister, I don't know what she was. But I just remember I was a pirate. And my sister was a witch. My oldest one was a witch. And we were in the bathroom, and we decided to start take pictures and stuff, like just whatever, just, you know, to take pictures. We thought we looked cute, right? And so I didn't realize this until like later at night. And then and this was at my house, like the same house, because we live here like since I was like 3 or 2. So anyways, yeah. So that happened for like past like a half hours. I don't know. I don't remember it taking, because it was years ago. So okay, so I was looking through my pictures, and then this phone I had, it was a Metro phone, like a Metro phone, you know. It wasn't those fucking prepaid ones. At this time I already had a phone that my mom and was paying and stuff, right? It was a Metro phone, and it was like a small square phone where you could, you know, slide it up. It was those slide phones. And anyway, so sorry. So I was going through my pictures of what I took in the bathroom, because I always did. And tell me why I seen so it's me, right? It's me on the side, and then my sister in the middle, and the other one in the middle, right? I mean, on the side. And I see like a black blotch shade on the corner beside me on the bottom of my hip. My first thought was like, what the fuck is that? Like, I showed my sisters in an instant, and I said, you guys, what is that? I'm like, did you guys capture this on any of your pictures? And they're like, no, oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, oh hell no, what? I was like, yes, dude. And then when my older sister was like, did you check your other pictures? Does that show that on your other pictures? No, it's just on this one. And it was the first picture that we took. Well, out of my phone I took. And she was like, what the fuck? Like, I think I have that phone somewhere. I just have to look for it. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I have that phone somewhere. But one day, if I find it, I will show you. Like, it was just crazy, because it's just a black blotch. Like, it's like a swirl of something. And ever since that day, things were just happening. Like, just weird things. Like, small things started off going first. Like, you know, well, The little only things that I would see that would happen was that I was noticing things missing, like in its misplaced, like being misplaced. In other words, not missing, but being misplaced because it was still there, just in a different area. So like, and it was only usually in my room. Keep in mind, only things were in my room happening, at the moment. And we haven't had any. I don't. We didn't have anyone recently that had passed at that time. It was just my grandma and my dad, parents. Okay, so nothing evil, right? Like as in, or like spirits, good spirits of our family. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. And I'm gonna, before I start talking about this, to continue, I want to go back a further years after that. This was when I was I would say I think it was like elementary, because I really can't think of it right now. I'm not gonna be thinking and shit. Okay, this has to have been when I was in elementary, like from kindergarten to 5th grade, somewhere around the area. My mom's friend, I'm not gonna say her name, she had bought each of us porcelain dolls. You know those porcelain dolls that look like, they're very fancy looking, antique-ish, glass dolls, right? Well, she had on Christmas, the day before Christmas, which is Christmas Eve in the morning, she had came and she had gave me, my sister that goes after me, and my youngest sister. Who's texting me? Oh, gosh. Anyways, so once we are given these presents, we open them, right? And we're like, our first instinct, well, mine was like, this is pretty, like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty, like, oh no, like I was amused, I was amazed. Okay, I was awed. And my sister was like, whatever, like, she was okay, she liked it and everything, but she wasn't like, so crazy for it. And my other sister, I mean, she wasn't really into dolls or anything, but she was respectful, and she was like, yeah, okay, thank you, muchas gracias, So, I kept it in my room, in its box. I never took it out. And on top of that, we never ever took those dolls out of their boxes, because since we found out it was some type of collection, we figured not to take them out. So, in all those years we've had them, we never took them out of their box, right? And we never thought of anything evil about, like, we never crossed our mind that these dolls could be evil, or any of one of them could have been evil, right? We just saw them as dolls, right? And just growing up, I always had in my room, and then until like one day, it's just my mom, I don't know, I just gave them to my mom. My mom kept them in a place in the closet somewhere. And then years passed, just years of years passed by. And once I was in my 20s, I was already in my brother's room because he had left everything. So once I was in that room already, I had found a doll. Well, I found two of the dolls. I found the one that my sisters had, and it had like a Eskimo look jacket thing, whatever. And I didn't mess with that one because obviously I didn't think it was pretty or anything. I thought it was my sister's. Like, why am I gonna mess with my sister's doll, right? So I left that one. But then I found mine. Mine was a doll, with blonde curly, like curly curls, like Lucas everywhere, and she had this green nice gown dress with ruffles, okay, and some little black shoes. And so I thought, hey, I found my doll. Like, oh my god, da da da. And so without telling anybody, I grabbed her, and I opened her up. I took her out of the box and I took her out, which was the mistake of my life. The mistake I made of my life, okay? I, opened her up, looked her, hugged her, whatever, and then I put her back in the box. I closed it, I put it on top of my closet, on the top, and I left it there. Days would pass by, nothing happened, everything's so good, whatever. No problems at all. Until that's when on that day of Halloween, like I said, I took that picture, that black thing popped out right there. After that day, shit went down. Every night, somebody would be pulling my hair. I would always feel this evil presence. I'm gonna say evil because it felt evil and it was evil, and I will explain soon why, and y'all gonna be very shocked and you're not gonna believe me probably, but you're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck. So yeah, I would get my hair pulled, I would get my leg pulled, I would get scratches, I would hear little whisperings in my ears, like little girls laughing. I would hear my name, I would hear hey, like I would be hearing very inappropriate and just very harsh words, and just telling me to do things that I wouldn't want to do to me or to myself. It was something would tell me to try to hurt somebody excuse me, or to hurt myself. And obviously I have this, I'm not gonna say this because I ain't trying to sound crazy already. They ain't gonna be like, this bitch crazy. I have this sense where I'm an empath, so I can sense and feel energy vibes anywhere and spirits anywhere. At that time, my sixth eye hasn't opened completely yet, but I was able to sense things and everything like that. Like I was able to channel energy, and that way I would feel other people's energy as well, and such things like that. Okay, so I'll just say that for now. And so certain things would happen, continue to happen, let's see, every night, and it was only in the night that things would happen, around like 3 to 2 or 3:30, around that area, right? The devil's hour, right? We all would call it. And I would be so confused and be scared as to why things are happening to me. Like, why is this happening to me, right? And I would tell my mom, and she'd be like, just pray, you'll be fine. She wouldn't believe me. My mom didn't believe me at first. And at that time, my two sisters were living with us. We're still living with us. My baby sister and my older sister, after me, were still living with us. And so I was just like exhausted and just overwhelmed, because I feel like my energy, was being sucked out of me every night, and it was definitely really bad, because at nights I would it would be happening every day, every night, like same thing. I would get scratches, I would get my hair pulled, my blankets would be taken off out of my bed onto the floor. And after, it was a crazy, I'm just gonna keep it long and short, and it was just happening very long term, and things after that got worse. Everything became more hostile, and I would that's when things would start being misplaced around my room too. And I would wonder why. Who's texting me again? Oh my gosh. I would wonder hey, why is this here and this and that? I would just find things that are not supposed to be in their place, right? And I kind of I'm like, okay, whatever, this is weird. And then after that, at night, I would hear my door, moving, my door not moving, someone's trying to get in, because I would always have this thing of locking my door. I felt safe locking my door. And my mom always did that too, you know. And and so like that just constantly happened every day, just that, you know. And so one time, um one time, see, that was, oh my god, this is freaking me out already. Like it is, oh my god. Okay, anyway, so one day, um I was in my room, and like I just felt this feeling of a bad, like something like on top of me, this type of big evil energy, like, you know. And just like I just couldn't sleep. I feel like someone was watching me. That's how mostly I felt every night. Like I felt like something was watching me. And remember, I had that doll in my room. I had my doll in my room. And every time, also, I want to add in, every time I was in my room, I felt like that doll was watching me. Like I would move to a place and I felt like its eyes aligned as where I am as well. I could be here and then it looked right at me. Like literally, I'm not even making this up. And so that night, it just hit to me, like it really did. It hit to me that everything that's happening was that doll. And when I realized that and I turned around and I looked straight at that doll, the doll, it like, I felt this very overwhelming feeling. And I just, honestly, I snapped out of it. I don't know what really happened. I feel like, this is going to sound really crazy for me to say, but this really, really traumatized me with the reason why, if you guys know me personally, you'll know that I am, my family and friends, they know, everybody that knows me personally knows that I'm scared of dolls. Like anything that has to do with dolls, whatever it is, stuffed animal doll, whatever. Estoy bien traumada for that reason that I'm going to explain right now. And my family, everybody, they know this is real story because I would never lie in such thing like that. And so once I realized that it has to be this doll possessed with something very evil. I didn't want to think of something I can't even speak. Demonic. There you go, demonic. And so I just thought it was more of something of an evil spirit, something evil. And so when I realized that, I completely snapped out of it. Like I said, I didn't feel like it was me controlling my body anymore. Like I was aware of what was going on and happening, but I couldn't control my body. I couldn't control what I was doing. I couldn't control my thoughts. Like I just saw myself moving as if like who's good, like a old puppet, you know. And I remember just sitting on my bed, rocking back and forth, just staring and stuff, just zoning out. And then like for a couple of hours, like this was throughout the whole night, this was happening. And I, after that, like I remember getting up, walking around my room just in circles, just in circles. I don't know how long I spent walking around my room in circles. I have no idea. I just remember it was like in hours, like through the hours of doing that. And then I remember stopping and just looking in the mirror and just being so angry. Just I wanting to hurt somebody, wanting to like do something very evil. Like I was full with hate. Like no one understands like the feeling of having so much hatred and just doing something, you want to just do something so bad. And that really scared me. But I knew what was going on, and I was trying to like figure out like how to fight it, but I couldn't. And I just stand there just looking at the mirror. I had my face even changed. That was crazy because my face features changed too. Like this was more up. This was like more up that way. I had wrinkles on my face right here, and this was more tilted like that, and my eyes were popped out. And I just remember just standing there too for hours. I don't know how long either. I just remember standing there full with hate and wanting to hurt somebody, wanting to do something really bad to somebody. And, after that, I remember going downstairs, and my sister, my youngest sister, was on the table eating cereal. I remember her eating cereal, and my other sister was in a room. So I go downstairs. I remember just going downstairs. Like, remember, keep in mind, I have no idea what's going on, really, as much as controlling my body. Like, I had no control of my body. I knew that I see with my eyes, and that's it. But I was still just like out of it. When you're blacked out, it's kind of being black when you're blacked out. Pero like I know what I was like. I see. It's kind of hard to explain this experience that I had went through. But I went downstairs. I remember my sister telling me that I had went downstairs. This is from my sister, because most of it, the reason why I'm saying is because most of it I don't remember. That part of me going downstairs, I don't remember. I'm just saying it because my sister was the one that told me. She had told me I had went downstairs, had opened the refrigerator, and I just stood there like for a couple of minutes. Then I closed it. Then I went back down upstairs, and she told me, she was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she told me I didn't answer her, and so she was like, "What the fuck?" So I went back upstairs, and then I sat back down on my bed, and I felt more like something was being possessive over me, that was trying to possess me, because at that point when I sat on my bed, I started rocking back and forth, and I slowly just started to feel very I'm sorry, it just, this experience really traumatized me in so many levels of just fear, because it was something very scary that I never thought that possession. I never thought possession was real. I never thought demon was real. I never thought the devil was real until I had experienced this moment, and I now believe, and so yeah, like that time, at that moment, I just felt like I had completely lost control of my body, and I feel like I was slowly being possessed more and more. And I don't know why, but I was really praying in my head inside, and as I was barely starting to pray, I felt my neck starting to move. My neck, I'm not lying, I swear to God, I put it on myself and on my mom. I'm sorry, but I have to say it because that's the only reason why people will believe me. And if you ask my mom or anybody that out of my family, they will tell you this story is true. I start, my head starts to turn, and by the time it's literally halfway on that side, like I can't do it right now because obviously I'm not possessed, but I was literally halfway or more on the other side, like this. All this was in the front. By the time I felt that my head was completely gonna turn, I literally snapped out of it. I got scared. I cried and I screamed. Excuse me. I screamed. My sister came in. My other sister came in, and I was just freaking crying. I was just like scared. Like I couldn't speak. I was, how do you say, I became nonverbal at that moment. And I was just so scared, like something had happened, like terribly. And my mom was trying to figure out what was happening. I freaked out my sister and my mom, and my other sister, she was just hugging me, trying to calm me down, and I like lost it. I had a bad panic attack, but I became nonverbal. I became mute. I couldn't speak. I was just crying. And then after that, a couple minutes after that had happened, like I was screaming like the dog, kita. So like I was losing it. Like I was like, sácame esa mona, kita, like no lo quiero ver. Like I was telling, I was screaming at the top of my lungs, dude, that I didn't want that doll in my room. I was like, get it away from me. Like I was so fearful of my life. And my mom was like, she grabbed it and she put it in the garage. And I said, no, 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 I don't want it in the garage. Take it out, take it out. It's evil, it's evil, it's evil. And my mom, she kept it in the garage somewhere in the garage deep under things and stuff. I still didn't think it was good enough. I wanted her to throw that thing out. And so after that days passed by and stuff, I blessed my room. My mom blessed my room and stuff and everything. And after that, things were calm a little bit for a couple weeks. And I told my mom, I don't want that doll in the house. I don't care if it's in the garage. I don't want it. So my mom took it outside and put it in where the crosswalk is at in front of our house. And when I seen that doll out there, let me tell you something. That doll was possessed with something. Whatever that day, when I took that picture, whatever that thing was, it was possessed by that doll. Believe me or not. Because when I seen that doll, it looked at me evil. It gave me these evil eyes. I sound very crazy right now talking about this, but I never spoke to this publicly to anybody. Only my family and close friends know about this. And I only have at least 3 to 4 close friends, okay? And so yeah. As I'm watching that doll, I see a little girl come and pick it up. I became fearful for that girl's life because she has no idea what she's getting herself into with that doll. And I was very angry at my mom for doing that, for letting someone else take that doll. I'm like, well, what we should have done is burn that doll. Not put it out in the street for someone to take it. And that was the biggest mistake we ever made. And ever since that day, I've never seen that girl with that doll ever again. And and things were okay for like a couple months, but then after that, things started going up again. Like I started seeing things. I started seeing shadows. I started seeing even spirits like just pop out of nowhere, and that shit was scaring me because I just wouldn't expect it, and it just pop out, and it would scare me. And I just I at times I'd have bad dreams and stuff, and I'd feel like sleep paralysis, and sleep paralysis is the worst thing anyone can go through, and I just felt like someone was always watching me still. Like I was just still like worried that that doll was gonna find its way back to me. I just became very traumatized, and after that I hated dolls. I took all the dolls and everything that I had in my room and I threw them out. And my mom, she was like, why are you wasting your dolls? And I said, I'm not. I don't want them in the house. So I threw them away. And I burned them and I threw the ashes inside the trash can. That's exactly what I did. And so, yeah. Ever since that day, I just always hated dolls, and yeah, so it's like nowadays, like I would see things here and there, but it's like now I kind of ignore it. I just ignore it because now I know that I have angels. I have guardian angels that are around me and that are protecting me. So I feel like I'm protected, and I don't feel like anything could hurt me because I know that I'm stronger than them. And I know that when I'm around my mom too, my mom has this strength, this very strong energy, and it does help with me because I feel like I could cling to that and be protected, And so, like, for my spiritual friends that are watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that was my story. I have plenty more where that came from, but that was one of the reasons why I became traumatized, and I hate and I'm fearful of porcelain dolls or anything that has to do with that looks like a doll. Barbie doll, whatever you name it, a freaking stuffed animal doll. I don't bring it around me. I'm not gonna take it. I will burn it. But yeah. And yeah, that's it. That's my story. So if you find an old doll, bless it. Bless it as many times you have to before putting it and entering it in your house. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you go, because I know a lot of people love yard sales or anywhere in a junk place, okay? Anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Bless the shit out of it. Bless it. Because you never know what is inside attached to that object. Doesn't matter what kind of object it is, anything can be attached to it. So be careful what you take or you bring to your house, okay? Especially if you have children. If you have children, they will use them as bait because they're innocent. So just remember, you guys, stay safe, stay blessed, say your prayers every day, and just stay safe, okay? All right, that's the end of my video. Hope you guys have a good day, have a good weekend. I'll see you on my next video.